World War II was a time of great adversity and sacrifice. It was a time when ordinary people were called upon to do extraordinary things. Among them was Louis Zamperini, an Olympic athlete turned bombardier, who would face unimaginable challenges and emerge as a symbol of resilience and hope. Louis Zamperini was born in Olympian, New York, in 1917. He grew up in Torrance, California, where he developed a reputation as a troublemaker. He was constantly getting into fights and stealing. His parents tried to set him on the right path by enrolling him in a reform school, but it didn't help. Then, in high school, Louis discovered his talent for running. He started training and soon became one of the best runners in the state. He went on to compete in the 1936 Olympics in Berlin, where he caught the eye of Adolf Hitler, who requested to meet him. After the Olympics, Louis enlisted in the Army Air Corps and became a bombardier. In 1943, his plane crashed into the Pacific Ocean, leaving Louis and 2 other crew members stranded on a life raft. Louis and his companions drifted at sea for 47 days. They battled dehydration, starvation, and shark attacks. One of the crew members died, and Louis and the other survivor were eventually picked up by a Japanese ship. Louis was taken to a prisoner of war camp, where he was subjected to torture and humiliation by the Japanese guards. He was beaten and forced to do hard labor. Despite the harsh treatment, Louis refused to give up hope. He found strength in his fellow prisoners and tried to escape on multiple occasions. However, each attempt was met with failure, and Louis was punished even more severely. In August 1945, the war ended, and Louis was released from captivity. He returned home to a hero's welcome but found himself struggling to adjust to civilian life. Louis turned to alcohol to cope with his trauma, and his life spiraled out of control. He struggled with PTSD and even had thoughts of revenge against his former captors. However, he found redemption in his faith and forgave his captors. He attended a Billy Graham revival and had a life-changing experience that transformed his life. He became an inspirational speaker, sharing his story of survival and resilience with others. He inspired countless people with his message of hope and forgiveness. Louis continued to inspire others throughout his life. He met with other veterans and received numerous honors for his service and bravery. Louis passed away in 2014, but his legacy of courage and resilience lives on. People continue to pay tribute to him and honor his memory. Louis Zamperini's story is one of perseverance and determination. He overcame incredible obstacles and emerged as a symbol of hope and resilience. His legacy continues to inspire people today, and his message of forgiveness and redemption serves as a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is always a glimmer of hope. If you like this video, please subscribe the channel. Thank you.